Hi guys, and welcome to another tutorial in C# of how to save, modify, print, edit, and so on. First off, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Go straight to Tools, click on Color. I can change the details of Ken Saro-Wiwa to red. And those are the details of Ken Saro-Wiwa. And let's change the font size. We can also change the font size to whatever. Let's reduce the font size. There we go. And we can print that out if you want. All you just need to do is click on print, and let's save. We can save. I'm just going to call that Ken. Okay, I'll call it Ken Saro. There we go. Now save that on the desktop. That is saved. So let's clear everything and try to open up what we just saved. Open. Let's look for Ken Saro. There we go, right there. And what else can we do? We can copy. Let's select it all. Come right here, copy, and we can even paste what we just copied. There we go. So we have two details of this of the data. What else can we do? We can select it all, cut, and paste it back there. The other thing that we can do is we can reset. You can say no, you don't want to reset, or you did want to reset, and just clear everything off and enter some other details. Let's say the details is, and the name is Paul Parker. That should be down here. Paul Parker, mail, address 1, Gulf County. All they need to do is click on add. There we go. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to take you straight into C# development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. And let's start work with a new project. So I'm going to select C#, click on next, and let's give that a name. I'm going to call it CS_dialog _save. Click on create. There we go. Now that the development environment is ready, I'm going to click on the properties, and right here I'm going to change the font size to 1300 by 620. And I'm going to come right down here. You see where we have start position. I'm going to change that to center screen. There we go. Now go straight to the toolbox. Click on the toolbox. What we need is the panel. Scroll right down. Grab hold of the panel. Just drag it that much. There we go. The panel is ready. Go straight to the properties again. Let's change the color of the panel to cadet blue. There. Copy this same panel. Copy this same panel. Hold on to the control, click and drag. And this very one that we just copied, I'm going to change the color of that one to control. Control is the default color. There we go. Alright, I'm going to grab hold of a panel again. Let's go back to the toolbox. Just grab hold of that panel, just drag it that much here. Something like that. Change that very color to cadet blue as well. There. That's good. And we're going to just take care of another one. I might as well just copy this, hold down to the control, click and drag. We can then just reduce everything about this one, something like that, and just drag it that much. or just come in here and increase the width. Let's make that about 700, and we can always adjust that. Right. Okay, the next thing I want to do now is I'm gonna need some text box. Come right here, grab hold of label first. We have a label there, and we need text box. Okay, we do need buttons. A button there, text box and combo box. Now text box, and right here I need a rich text box. There, just bring that down, right down. There we go. Right, I'm going to enhance the look of all these components. Just change the text there to, I'm going to make that about maybe 30. Let's set it for 30. Okay, and this button I'm going to make that about, let's go for maybe 44. Bold. Right, and the very first one, I'm going to need 3 of those though. So let's see if we can just fit it in. Yes, we can. Right. Okay, this one is going to be the reset. And the name, the variable name is going to be btn reset. Oh, exit, I mean, not reset. I think I'm getting tired. This one is going to be reset, btn reset. And here the display name is going to be reset. There. Here we call this add new. There we go. So we seems not to be able to see that, so let's drag this down a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna have to increase this, all of this, and increase this as well, and this needs to be adjusted one way or the other. Okay, let's see what size is that. 159. Okay, I'm gonna repeat the same thing for the others. 157. There. Alright, bring all of those buttons down. Hold it down right there anyway. Grab this and drag this here. And I'm going to just rearrange that. But before that, let's do this. We need 1 label here, 2 labels, and 3 labels. Then we need text box here, and 1 here. Okay, let's put a combo box in the middle here. Right, and just drag it that much. Very good. Okay, so let's change the names of these labels, and this one is going to be, let's just call that reference ID, and the text box right in front of it is going to be known as txt reference ID, ref ID, and this is going to be, let's change this one to maybe first name or full name. That's good. txt full name. And this label, That will be full name. And here we change this to gender. The combo box we change that to CBO gender. Paste. And the last one, that will be the address. Come right down here, change that to address. There we go. And the text box, TXT address. Paste. The rich text box, this very one here, I'm going to change that to RT display. Alright. Okay, all the components now have their own respective names. Now, but we need some more components on board. The very first one I'm going to grab a hold of will be the menu strip. This very one, double click on that, and that is it up there. Now let's change the details of that menu strip. I'm going to enter file in there, and underneath I will enter new. Then let's go for open. We go for save, and let's print and exit there. And beside it, that's going to be edit. And edit, let's go for copy, paste, and cut there. Beside it, that's going to be tools. So these tools, let's say we have color and we have font. There we go. And that takes care of the menu itself. Alright, let's call the components that we will use for the menu. If we come right down here, the first one I can see right here, open. Double click on open and that should appear in here. Let's collapse this so that you guys can see it. Double click on this, open, that is it right there. Then we need save. I also have save. The dialog for save, that's it. Very good. Then we have print. Then we need a print document. We need print preview dialog. Very good. And we need font and color. As for font, and scroll up, we should be able to get a hold of color. There we go, color dialog. So those are the objects that we need for the development of these activities or exercise. You can call it project as well. Now let's first of all start by taking care of the exit. Double click on the exit, and in here I'm going to enter try cache. What the try cache does is, if you end up with any error, the try cache will actually trap the error that you run into, and a message will be displayed from within the system telling you you have a problem. So I say try cache exception EX. The EX will generate the error message from within your system, and in here I'm going to use message show. So just tab, the system is already giving us a clue, so that's fine. And in here you can always enter details for your. So first off, I'm going to say dialog results. I'm going to call that I exit. So that's my variable declare, and I'll say I exit. That will be equals the following. Let's say message box dot show, and the following message would be just a confirmation from the end user. Alright, confirm if you want to exit, comma, then let's put a title. I'll call it dialog system. or C# dialog system, something like that. C# dialog system. That is my second argument. The third argument is going to be message box buttons. Message box buttons, we actually generate two buttons. So the one I want is yes or no. If you go for yes, no, cancel, that will be 3, but I want 2. Now, comma, I might as well come right down here. I need another one, message box icon. That will show the icon on the message box. It either question, error, stop, exclamation, or warning. So the one I want is question, and enter semicolon there. Now let's use a conditional statement to determine the selection made. See that the system is already giving me a clue. If I exit equals dialog result dot yes, I'm just going to press the arrow key to accept that. Then what I want the system to do is application dot exit. There we go. The system also giving me a clue. That is it, taken care of. I've just taken care of my exit. I'm going to copy that. You might find it strange, but why not? I can always use it, reuse it. It's called computational thinking skills. So I'm going to double click on the reset. Double click on that. So because I recognize what is known as the pattern recognition, I'm going to come in here, change this to dialog result. I'm going to change that. I just want to give it a different name. So that is now called I reset. Change this to I reset as well. All the I exit, change them to I reset. And come right here, confirm if you want to reset. There, if you want to reset, the system should tell you that okay. Okay, let's use yes or no as well. Now in here, that will be information. Okay, we're using information. So if you want to reset, the following will happen. RT dot display equals clear, enter parentheses. Now txt address, you can enter clear for that as well. There, txt username or full name, clear as well. That's another method. Then txt no. Okay, txt. So, and you can also say dot text equals there. You can clear it that way as well. There's two different methods there. Let's try out what we've just done so far. I'm going to run it and let's see what's going to happen. Okay guys, decision time. I'm going to enter some data in here, and in here the name, let's say the name is Sally Queen, and in here gender. So that's not ready yet. I might as well just type female in there. And her address is, let's say she lives in number 9 Carlton Hill. There we go. So all we want the system to do is click on add so that we can view all the details in there, but we can't do that. So let's enter whatever in here. So I can just type in, so in here I'm just going to enter whatever in there. Yeah, that's fine. I need more leg room for the plane home. A share to the boys in Lagos. They hold it down when the man needs favor. Okay, that's Pete and Brass. If you guys know who Pete and Brass is, check them out. They're very, very good rappers. Alright, so that is that. So I'm going to try reset out. No, I don't want to reset. Yes, I do want to reset. If you notice, my reset did not clear this because I haven't entered that. But let's check out the exit. Yes, exit works. So let's go into reset. This is the reset. So what is missing is RT clear. No, RT clear is there. So what is missing is CBO gender dot text. Okay, let's just set it to selected item is 0. Very good. That's another way out. Okay, Visual Studio 2022, very brilliant package, tells you what to do. Okay, then let's go back in here. Now that is taken care of, we now want to take care of add. Double click on add. So with the add, once I click on the add, all the details is stored right in here. So double click on add. So right in there, I'm going to use try cache again. Grab hold of any error that I might run into. I'm going to grab hold of this, paste the cache underneath here, and I'm going to start by saying rt display dot append text. Okay, the very first text that I would like to append, let's put that in. The very first text that is going to be, let's say, date. And this very date, first off, I want it to tab. Enter a plus sign there. Remember, this is C#. Inside C#, this is how we tab. It's totally different from that of Visual Basic. Okay, tab. Then I'm going to tab here as well. There's a plus, another tab. Yeah, that's cool. Another tab. Now that is done, let's get it tabbed again. Copy this. Yeah. Paste that in there. So I want to add the date, and there's a function for date is known as date time dot now, very good, dot to string, and I'll then enter the format of my date. I'm going to say double D, then M. Let's try it out two first, and the year I'm going to enter 1 2 3 4. That is the year. I think it's in lowercase. 1 2 3 4. There we go. Alright, that is taken care of. Let's do one more thing. Okay, we have an error. Why the error? Okay, there should be another bracket here. Right. Now, and I want it to go to the next line. So I might as well enter plus, speech mark, backslash. Okay, that will take it down. But let me enter 2 lines. Copy and paste. So the very first one is taken care of. I can now copy this for the others. Copy, paste, 4 and 5. And right here, the last one here, I'm going to use that for time. There we go. And in the case of time, all I just need to do here is I'm going to change all of these to HH column, MM column, and SS for the seconds. Right, that's fine. Now let's do one more thing now. Here we need, let's call that reference ID. And we can always get the reference ID from our text box. So in here I'm going to have to enter the text box, txt reference ID dot text. Sorted. Next one is going to be the full name, txt full name dot text. And here we have gender, cbo gender dot text. And finally we have address, txt address dot text. There we go, all done. So I'm going to run it now and let's see how this is going to work. Let's copy this, copy paste this here. I want that to be 3 and this one should be 3 as well. I may have to come back and readjust the whole lot. Do I really need this here for the last one? I don't know. But let's run it and see. Click on run. There we go. Enter some values in here. And the name. Let's say the name is Tony. And let's say Tony Montana. And Montana, that's male. And here address of Montana, 17 Little Venice. Click on add. There we go. Look at that. 1, 2 is fine, so I'm going to need to indent those 3 as well. So that is fine. That's good. So let's get these 3. Actually it's 4. Let's get them indented. Yeah, that's fine. Paste and paste here. And one more. There. All of those are all taken care of, but right here let's enter a space to the top. So I'm going to copy this and I'll then enter a carriage return that is just \n. So that's good enough. So that takes care of my add button. Oh, it has no name. Very bad. So let's call that btn add new. There we go. Double click on btn add new. That's btn add new, but it's not showing the name. I don't like that. I'm going to cut all of this off. Go back in here, select the button, go to the properties, and then go to the event. Get rid of this. I want it to be add new. Very good. Look at that. Add new. Paste everything we've been doing. Okay, that's good programming. I like the names showing. That's good. Let's come in here. Reset. This is reset taken care of here, and exit is taken care of as well. That is good. Now that is done, we now need to take care. Oh, let's take care of color. Double click on color. So right in here, I'm going to also use try cache. Let's paste what I've just copied and get rid of all of these. Get rid of that. The only bit that I'm using is just a try cache in case if there's any error. So in here we use an if statement. If, let's say color dialog 1 dot show dialog is equals, there should be parentheses here, else there will be an error. If it's equals dialog results dot OK. There. We want the following: RT display dot for color, and that will be equals color dialog dot color. So dot color means whatever color you choose. There, that is that taken care of. I'm going to copy this, everything in there. I just change it around for the font. Come right there, that's the font. Double click on the font, paste that in there. All of this color and so on, I'm just going to change it to font. Where's font? That is it right there. Grab hold of the name font. Let's go back into my code. I just type it out. Font dialog. Yeah. So that is for font, and we need to change the others as well. So yeah, there's no error, so that's fine. And in here that will be font, and here that will be font. Change this to font, and here that will be font as well. dot font, and that takes care of the font. Okay, check out the codes, guys. That is for fonts. The only difference is I enter all these error handlers. This is the codes that you need. Okay, let's run it. Click on run. Okay, we enter whatever data in here and we click on tools, color. Let's change it to something you guys can see. There we go, and let's see the font if that works as well. There we go, the font is working. That's brilliant. There we go, guys, look at that. That's good. That takes care of fonts. Now let's come right in here, double click on exit. No, it's not exit. Edit, double click on copy. Inside the copy I'm going to use try cache. Press enter. Okay, I'm just going to grab hold of cache, and that is just copy. So for the copy I'm going to call the name of my rich text box dot copy. No, copy, that should be copy dot copy. There we go. I think there's parentheses there. Yeah, that's that. Done. Copy it. Now let's repeat the same thing for paste. Double click on paste, dump that in there, change the method around, dot paste, parentheses. There we go. Now cut, double click on cut, paste that in there and just change this to cut. There we go. That takes care of the edit. Now edit is done. Come in here, open up new, double click on new, paste all of that information there. In the case of new, we just need to change this to clear. There, that is new. Next, open, double click on open, paste that in here, get rid of this. In the case of open, enter the following lines of codes for open. Okay, now let's take care of save. Double click on save, and there we go. That'll take care of save. Okay, I just have to speed that up because of time. Then print, double click on print. In the case of print, let's copy this. We'll come in here, let's try and paste the cache right underneath. So we want to call the print dialog, so I'm going to come in here and just type in print preview dialog 1. That will be dot document, and I'm going to say that is equals print document 1. There we go. Now print dialog dot show, so grab hold of this, print preview dialog dot show dialog. There we go. So that takes care of that. For one thing, let's make sure the print preview, select the print preview. I'm going to go straight to the properties, and let's come right here. I just want to check to make sure I've connected. That's it. You see where we have document of the print preview. You see document, drop it down and make sure you select print document 1. Okay, this very one, else your lines of code will not work. So that takes care of that. Now you see the document itself. We now need to double click on the print document 1, this very one. Double click on that, and in there we just want to enter e.graphics dot drawstring, and what string are we drawing? We're drawing RT, display I think dot text, and we need, let's add a font. I'm going to say new font, and this font is going to be, let's say, maybe area, something like that. You can change it to whatever you like. Area, and the size, I'm going to make the size about 18, okay, comma, and the font style, dot, make that regular, there. Now we need a brush, comma, so that will be brush, brushes, dot. You can use whatever color you want. There's different colors in there. Black is the default that most people use. I'm just going to change it to violet blue, and let's press enter so that you guys can see it. Now that is taken care of. Violet blue, say comma, stay in position 120 by 120, entire semicolon. That is the line of code for that. Let's be consistent. I'm going to place that inside a try cache as well. Just grab this, drag it right in here, copy the cache, so that will trap whatever error that I might run into. Okay, so that takes care of that. I think I'm done. No, one more. Look at the exit, double click on exit. I can always copy the lines of code in exit, but I won't do that. I'll just go there, copy the names of exit. Let's come in there, you see that? btn exit. I'm going to grab hold of that. Just grab hold of that, and let's come right here, drop down the menu, double click on this exit. Paste that in there, get rid of the object, and that will become sender, comma, E. That's it. I've just called that function. All done, guys. We're finished. So run the program, and if you are DJ Omen's channel member, you can always put in requests for these lines of codes. So I'm going to come in here now. Let's click on exit. There we go. Look at that. So we can exit. Now let's run it again and enter data in there, and the name, let's say the name is Sally Sampson, and oh, I forgot this out, so I'm gonna have to take care of that now, and enter address in there, number 10 Kuwaiti Lane. There we go. Click on add. We can add, can we change the fonts? Let's change the font to something a little bit more readable. Make that 22. Brilliant. Okay, can we print? Let's go into print. Click on print. Yes, we can. Look at that. That's beautiful. Exit out. Can we save? Let's save. Save. So I'm just going to enter, let's say Sally. That's the name. Yeah, that's fine. Sally. Save it on my desktop. Save. I'm going to clear the whole system. Reset. Yes. Okay. Okay, we have this error because there's no index in here. So let's do that. I'm going to end that. Let's come into, okay, gender. Go to the properties. Inside the properties, see where we have item. Click on that, and here that is index 0, come down. The index 1 will be female, and index male there. So now I have my index 0, 1, 2. Click on OK. Run. Now let's try that out. We now have our drop down here. So if I say index 0, yes, there we go. It's now working. Now let's go back to the file. Let's open up whatever we've just saved. Let's open up Sally. There we go, Sally. There, look at the information that we saved. Let's change the font to something a little bit readable. I'm going to make that 28. Bold. There. Let's change the color as well. Let's go for whatever, red or maybe navy blue. There. So guys, with that, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. My name is Paul Oamen, the owner of DJ Oamen channel, and there will be more video coming up very soon, more video tutorial coming on. So you all have a nice day now, and bye for now. And please do subscribe to my channel. This is my second channel. Bye guys.